So let's do a brief summary of what we have learned so far. So before we start, I want us to refresh our mind and also refresh what we have learned on our previous class. So starting from Owoyemi, before we commence the lookup, so give us what you have learned so far, starting from the previous class. Okay, Owoyemi, you can start.
All right, good evening. Yeah, so far so good. We have been able to talk about how, let me say, data entry, how we arrange our data, how we sort, and how we filter, and also how we do the grading system, moving down to the chart, moving down to what if analysis, how we use our conditional statement. And during our last class, we talked about charts, which we make use of different type of charts and histogram. Thank you.
So, Destiny, can you give us a brief summary? Hello, Destiny. Hello, are you in class, Destiny? Okay, Destiny, you are mute. Okay, uh, so you want to speak, Destiny? Please kindly do so so that I can
Please,
continue.
can you hear me? Good evening, sir.
Yes, I can
Yeah,
hear
good
you. I can
evening.
hear
Yeah.
you.
Okay, sir, I've not been able to, go through the class what we've been taught, and I was not in the class last time, so
Oh,
that's it.
sorry for that. Sorry for that. So I just remember you were not in class. You were not in class. So now we are going to commence. What is lookup? I want to hear from you guys what you feel is the meaning of look up. Look up. Now, what comes to your mind when you hear the word look up? Oyemi, what comes to your mind when you hear the word look up?
Look, maybe okay. Should I say to search through the entire row or column?
Okay, okay. You tried to search, to look for something. Okay, now what comes to our mind when we talk about lookup? Now let's look about the meaning of what lookup. So we are going to say what is what lookup in Excel. So please kindly read through for us. Oh yeah, me kindly read through for us.
Okay. Lookup function in Excel are tools used to search for a specific value in a data set, row or column, and return a corresponding value from another location.
Yeah. Now in data analysis, it is more essential. It is more essential what to connect different tables to find data in large spreadsheets and also retrieve data. Now we have what VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, SLOOKUP, match. Now we are going to work with what VLOOKUP and what HLOOKUP. Now SLOOKUP is comprising of what VLOOKUP and what HLOOKUP is like performing the two tasks, HLOOKUP and what VLOOKUP. Now lookup is like uh we want to what? Connect two tables together. We want to collect data from the first data to another data, or we are retrieving data from one table to another. Now, when we talk about VLOOKUP, V stands for what? Vertical. V stands for what? Vertical. Now we are using what? Vertical lookup. Now H stands for what? Horizontal. Horizontal lookup. So now the difference between the horizontal and the vertical is how you what collect your data. Now we are going to look at on what the VLOOKUP and the HLOOKUP. Now let's look at some these tables, these data sets which are what I have already generated. So these are data I have already what generated, and now we have a table. Look at this table. This table talks about what? The name, gender, and GPA. Now we have what? This one is what? Vertical. Vertical. Now this is what? Horizontal. This is horizontal data set, and this is what? Vertical data set. Now look at this second table. This second table is what? Empty. This table is what? Empty. And now we want to what? Retrieve this data to this data to this table. We want to retrieve this to what? This table. Now it is simple for us to what? Retrieve data using what? The H lookup and what? The V lookup. So now for we to do it, please pay attention, and this is an important task in data analytics. Now for we to do it, look at this data. There is something we called uh okay, now there is something we call match. We call exact match, approximate match. Now exact match give us what? The exact value, like whatsoever in that first column will be in the other column. That is the exact match. Now there's also something we call approximate match. You is what? Select what you want it to match with. So that is how the match and the approximate match works. So we have the exact match and what? The approximate match. Now let's perform some vertical lookup, which is a VLOOKUP. Now for us to perform the VLOOKUP, we are going to do it like this: equal to VLOOKUP. Now sorry, VLOOKUP. Now we have what? The VLOOKUP here. Now we have something we call the lookup value. The lookup value. What are we looking up in the first column? Now when you check for the lookup value, what do we want to look up for? We want to look up for what? Michael. See, your first table must be exactly with what? Your second table. And your first table will have same data which you want to what? Look up. First, we have the name same with what? The other table name, and the gender same with what? The other table. Now we want to collect this data, so we are looking for the lookup value. So I'm going to select a particular cell for what? The lookup value. Now I'm going to choose what? Michael as what? Our lookup value. Now Michael is our lookup value. Now we are going to select what? Table array. When we talk about table array, is the first table you want to retrieve the data from. Is the table you want to what? Retrieve the data from. Now when we talk about retrieving, we have Michael. Michael in the first table is what? 2.45 GPA, and in the other table we don't have GPA for Michael. Now since we have this other table that have already been generated with values, we can what? Retrieve those values and replace it in what? The other table. So that is why we are using what? The VLOOKUP. Now I'm going to what? Select for what? The table. Now this is the table. Sorry, sorry. I've selected this. now I'm going to select for the table, the array table. I've selected for what the array table. Now there's something we call index number. Now the index number we start from what? From the right, from the left to right. You don't start from right to left. You start from left to right. You don't, please take note, you don't start from what? From right to left, but you start from what? Left to right. Now look at this table very well. How are we going to start our index column? Now what do you understand by the word index number? What comes to your mind when you hear the word index number? Hello? Hello? Oboyemi?
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you. I'm with
So
you.
what comes to your mind when you hear the word index number?
Ah, index number. Index. Ah, our head is not putting over index number. Ah, the idea is not coming on that at the
Okay,
moment.
now let's search for index number. Now what is the meaning of index number? Index what number? Now look at it. Index number is a statistic measures used in economics. Now for us to track our table, each column will have an index number. So we are going to fix an index number for each column. So we have what? Three columns. Now our index number will be one, starting from the name,
Yeah.
two, and
Gender.
three. Yeah, three.
Yeah.
So we need this column. We need this column which we want to retrieve the data, and we use the index number of what? Three. Now, so we are going to use the index number of three, and now you see we have what? Approximate match. When we talk about range lookup, we have what? Approximate match, and what? Exact match. We have what? Approximate match and what? Exact match. Now I'm going to what? Select exact match. Now when I select exact match, everything will be filled up. So when I press enter, did you see how I retrieve this first table to the second table? Are you confused?
No, no.
So did you see how I did it?
Yes.
So is it clear to you?
Yes, it's clear to me.
So if you have any question, you can ask before I move towards the horizontal lookup.
Okay. If now the index number now is done as, should I say, the heading of our table, because the
Yes,
heading of our table we have name, gender, and GPA. So the number of the headings is the number of the index number. If you are
yes,
only, yeah, so if you are looking up to five headings that want to copy everything down to the other side, we can take the index number of five. What if we have
yes.
five headings and we only wanted to make use of two?
Two tables.
Yes, we only want to make use of two tables out of the five.
You can do it. You can just select you can do it one after the other. Okay.
Okay. If we are going to do it one after the other, then what will the process be? How will it look like? We
As
use
you see
index
this,
three. It immediately the system understand that we are talking of the heading, the header, our table. The header
yes,
takes the three. What if we want to take the middle one?
this middle one.
Yes. Now we want to take the gender.
If you want to take the gender, use index two.
Index two. Okay, okay, okay.
Index 3, index 2,
Index four. Yes, yes. I get you right.
index 4. You
All
see,
right,
you
thank
have
you.
to do it one after the other by taking what the index. You
Index,
can,
yes.
yeah, you communicate with the with a cell with what index, so
Index,
it
yes.
will know the particular column you need.
Column we wanted to use. All right. Thank you.
Yes.
You can go
So
on.
so is there any other question?
No.
So now I believe this is clear to you and you see how we generated it. It's very
Yes.
simple and most times it make your work look easier. Okay, working in an organization where we have what large data sets, duplicating data sets might be finding it difficult for you. But using was this exact
Lookup.
VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP will
H
what
lookup.
make it
Make
easier
it
for you.
easier. Yes.
So I want you to see, do me a favor, do me a favor. It's not everything I teach you here, hmm, is
Yes.
what you will use. But when you go further to do more research and have more knowledge, it will help you a lot. Do you understand?
Yes.
It will help you a lot. And why did I say you should go for research, more research? Eh? I just gave you what everything, like I generated a curriculum which I know that it will help you, it will guide you for what your foundational knowledge. You just started on Excel. You don't know where to apply all these things to. Now look for a project to do. Okay.
Yes.
So can you hear me? Look for
Yes,
a
I can hear you.
project, look for a project to do and apply all these I have taught you so far. Apply them. Although I will give you projects that will take you from what stage one to what stage to the final stage which we have done so far.
Okay.
So I want you, when I give you guys a project, I want you to take it serious. Take it as if you won't, you have not done anything before. Do further research, okay, and advanced research, okay, and also do more application of it, okay, so
Yeah.
that it will stick to you, okay.
Okay. All right. I understand you.
So now let's go to what HLOOKUP. So we are using this other data is what horizontal, though is
Horizontal.
what.
Yeah.
Now you see that our name, our header is horizontal. Our like,
Yes.
yes, our header is horizontal, right?
Yes.
Now our index will be horizontal. You
Yes. Our
understand?
index will be, yes. Our index
Yeah.
will be
We have
horizontal.
what index one, index two,
Yes. Yeah.
index three. Yeah. I hope you understand. Hello, I don't know. I hope you understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
So let me write it. Index num. Now this is our index number, and this is our also index number one, two, three.
Really.
Now we call it index what number, index number. So for us to start, is similar to what the VLOOKUP. So we are going to do it like this: HLOOKUP equal to HLOOKUP. Did you see our HLOOKUP is out? Now we are going to what? Look for the value. What value are we looking for? We are going to look for this. Now we have gotten our lookup. Now, what is our array table? We are going to select this table. So we have gotten our table. Now, what is the index role? We need what? What index do we need? What index do we need?
We need three.
Hello?
Three.
Okay, 3. Now, we need what? The exact match. Did you
Yeah.
see?
Yes.
Exact match. Now, we press our what? Enter, and everything will be filled up. So, since we have gotten this, okay, we have gotten this, right? We are going to do it like this. Oh, sorry, I mistake. I mistaked. So we are going to select what our exact match. H lookup equal to H lookup H lookup. Now our lookup value is our lookup value, our lookup table, and what again? Our index role. Okay, wait, see, let me see something. Let me put one, and let's say exact match. Let's see something. Okay, good. So we have gotten that. I use one, and did you see what I did?
Yes.
Do you
We
understand
use
what I did?
yes. We
So I,
use
I,
one and we
I use the index. You know, I'm looking for everything. You know, it was just one rule
yes.
I did here in our VLOOKUP.
Yes.
Now, our every cells here was empty. You know, I have to what generate everything from what 1 to what 3.
To
Yeah.
three.
You see how I generated it. You can do it. You have different way of doing it. You have different what styles of doing it. Okay.
Yes.
So I believe you understand what we have done so far.
Yes. I do.
So we have we have what look up on what so many things so far, and we have look up on what look up. So we have what our last class, which is what micro VB.
Micro
Macro
VB.
VB. So this is macro VB. This is how macro VB looks like. Now macro VB is what? Automation. What comes to your mind when you hear the word automation?
Okay. Automation. Should I say it's another way of generating data.
Now, okay, your own is still okay for me. Now let me explain for you what is automation. Have you worked with have you worked in a school before?
Yes.
Okay, have you worked with registered before?
Registered. Yes. Yes.
Register.
Where
Okay,
you
now you
collect
see,
people's data.
yeah, you collect people data often and often every day. You
Yes.
understand? Every
Yes.
day you create what sheets for them. Like you open new sheets, you rule, you create all those things. Now In Excel, you know, you are going to what create database in what collecting the data of what the students. Now, in the database, you are going to what Sorry, my network. I was having network issues. So can you hear me?
Yes.
So what comes to your mind when you hear the word or when you see this dashboard? Can you see this dashboard?
Yes. It's a
What
form.
comes to your mind? It's a form.
Yes.
Now, what comes to your mind when you see this?
Okay. A form that, okay, a normally software that has a back end where all the data is being collected, a
Yes,
database where everything is being stored.
yes. So this is an automation, and we are going to treat it specially. We are going to what treat it specially. So I'm going to what teach you on how you can what create this dashboard and what all the data you have imputed here will be stored what on the database. You
Okay.
understand?
Yes.
I just want to make this class shorter due to the time wasted. We will not be discussing
Okay. It is. It's
VBA,
okay.
the
Yeah.
lookup, but due to the time I spent or the delay, so we are going to end it here. So we are going to treat macro VBA on Sunday, and the class will be like from 6 to what let's say from 6 to 8. Are you
Okay.
getting me?
Yes.
So I'll take you through the what automation system, which is what our last class.
First class.
Then the project will be what distributed.
Okay.
So far so good. Tell me what you have learned so far. Then so far, what have you learned from CM Tech?
Yeah. Okay. In our today's class, let me start from today's class. We talk about lookup. Are we together? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
we talk about lookup, which is used to search an entire row, like a single row, and also to duplicate data, to duplicate the value and return to the corresponding value of another row. Coming from what we did, we use the vertical, which is VLOOK, and we use the horizontal, which is HLOOK. And we discussed that the X is when you are doing both. And also when we are selecting it, we have the lookup value, we have exact match, and is it appropriate, maybe appropriate match, like you are
Approximate match.
approximate match. And we have the exact match, which we make use of the exact match that shows the exact value that is inside the table that we wanted to copy, wanted to use, should also be repeated inside the table we are working on. That is what we discussed today. Also, so far I've learned a lot about data analysis from CM Tech, which the platform has given me time to leverage on how to use Excel much more efficiently. Coming back from what I said when we started the class, talking of the grading system, and also how to sort data and how to remove duplicate from the data. And also that one, I will refer that one to data cleaning, because when you are removing duplicate data, empty cell, we are cleaning the data for our analysis. I will put it
At
that way.
least that
What
shows
do you
that
say?
I say thank you so much for briefly explain to us and what you have said so far. We will join in same time on Sunday. Please, please. Okay. Please, I want you to, as soon as you see the link, join, so that as soon as we begin the class will be successful and it will end and the project will be distributed. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So do have a nice day and have a great day ahead.
And
So
you too.
Obichuku,
Yes, sir.
what did you learn today? So before we leave the class, what did you learn? What have you learned? So you have been quiet.
Okay, sir. From what I learned from the beginning of the class, which was the introduction of the lookup, so I was able to get that the lookup is more like it functions as the as to search values in tables you get, and it made mention of the V lookup and the H lookup. So I was not really following because of my network and everything. So I was always going off and coming on.
Okay, I want you to go back to the video. Watch exactly what we have learned, practice it, and give me a feedback, okay?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So we'll meet again to treat our last class. So do have a nice day. Good night. and have a great day ahead. Bye.
All right,
Good
good
night.
night. Bye.